Tonight's Gooder Entertainment production is brought to you by The Chopping Block, Minotti Woodcrafters, Pinkerton Pit Barbecue, Texas Boiled Doves, JB Waterway, All Fired Up Barbecue Cook-Off, Texas Original Charcoal, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, Smoke and Magic, Texas iRoller Events, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Navy SEAL Danny Deeks Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, The Barbecue Store, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service, Cosmos Q Products, Half-Ass Cookers, Damn Yankee Texas Barbecue, Rectech, Cuatro D Drums, We Branded Promotions, Texas Barbecue Bash, and Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. Thank you for supporting the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Hey, we got any more beer in here? All right, I'm sorry. I won't talk again. I'm sorry. I'm done. All right, go ahead, Robbie.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that?
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
My name's Greg Minotti with Drop Time Smoke, and you are watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
What's up, guys? This is My Pizza Burning. Cameron Hernandez. You're watching So Smoking Gooder Show.
Hey, this is Josh Hale, Sure Shot Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show, the Corn Dog King.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1, let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smoking Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guests, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smoking Gooder Show starts now.
Good evening. What is up, Gooder Gang, and welcome to the show. Another Wednesday brought to you by Producer Ty and yours truly. We're very damn happy that you're here with us tonight. Welcome to the show. Another Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. You know where to be, right here watching the best damn barbecue show out there. We're going to have another amazing guest tonight, a young buck who's doing some amazing work out there, Bobbyrey Delgado from Cuatro D Smokers, the Quema BBQ. We got him on tonight. We're going to have him on and talk about his bid, not only to this past weekend, but the kid has been kicking butt all over. He was the 2025 reserve champion in the high school portion of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Contest in 2025. This year in 2026, he competed with the big boys, and we'll talk about all of that this weekend. But spoiler alert, third overall. So the kid is doing some amazing things. You know, we all know his family, Cuatro D Drum Smokers, Bobbyrey Delgado, Mary Delgado. They're an amazing family, great ambassadors for barbecue, great product that have introduced that is helping a lot of people out there succeed. So we're going to share all of that tonight. We're going to have our special co-host of the evening, the Corn Dog King. He has not checked in just yet. He was at football practice with his son. But the Corn Dog King, Josh Hale from Sure Shot Barbecue. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. So hope you got a little something to drink. You know, we're not encouraging that because I think we have a 20-year-old tonight. However, the Gooder Gang, do your thing. Before we get to any and all of that, I got to introduce you to the producer, the best producer in all of barbecue, Producer Ty. Get in here, my man. How are you, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Are you excited tonight?
Yeah, I had a conversation with Bobby Ray's father before the show, just for the audio visual checks, and it turns out his wife is from Las Cruces. My son was born in Las Cruces. Bobby Ray was born in the Las Cruces Hospital. So, you know, small world, man. Barbecue world, small, but very
world. New Mexico, huh?
Yeah, I love New Mexico, man. If my wife and I threaten to move back there and retire in Albuquerque or somewhere, so we love the place.
How far is that from Area 51?
And Albuquerque's not far from Area 51, but when I was there, I was stationed at White Sands Missile Range, and I lived in Las Cruces, so I had to drive about 30 miles every day over the Oregon Mountains, which are beautiful, very picturesque, very scenic. And, you know, it was a very good drive because you drive over, forget everything from work because it's so beautiful, get home and just celebrate being in Las Cruces. So
White Sands, New Mexico, where the shuttles would land. They would fly in, enter the
secondary, emergency landing.
Emergency. Zone. Okay. So 40 years anniversary. We didn't expect to talk about this, but hey, 40 years anniversary of the Space Shuttle Challenger exploding. Where were you?
We talked. I was coming home from school. I lived in Knox County, Kentucky, and I remember it happening while I was at school. We heard about it from the teachers, and when I got home, went home and found out that the Challenger had exploded and all the astronauts had died. And you know, I remember it being a significant event. Everybody remembers where you were during 9/11 and other significant events. I remember where I was when the Challenger exploded.
Definitely a memorable, significant event. I would like to hear from the Gooder Gang, all that weren't alive in January 28th, 1986. Put your little comment in there. Not alive just yet, but if you were alive, you definitely remember that moment, or alive and have some memories about that. But anyway, let's not bring the show down, Ty. My bad.
The good news is that there was a hydrogen leak on the bottom of the Artemis rocket this past week. So I don't think it's going to launch on the 6th, but it is going to launch in March, and they're going to go back and go around the moon. And then eventually, I think next year, 2027, or maybe 2028 now, they're going to actually land on the moon. So I'm a big nerd when it comes to that stuff. I've posted about it. Talked about it on our show. Yeah. So I know it's a barbecue show, but hey, technology.
Space exploration is pretty damn cool. John Turner, I came out 6 months later. Aaron Cruz, I was only a month old. Jared McCrory, I was -2 when that happened. Not that old. Yeah, Burley, -3. Pre-K, Michael. We'll get to the Gooder Gang comments, but that's what we do on this show. We celebrate everybody in barbecue, and especially the best part of this show, the Gooder Gang. I guess there's no better time to play some music, Ty, and let's get the introductions out of the way. I don't think our co-host.
They make me feel old. I was 11 when the Challenger exploded in 1986. 11 years old.
Who was you?
I was 11. Yeah.
Let's see. I was
14.
I was 86. I was born in 72, but I wasn't that. So I was 13 years old. I was an eighth grader. An eighth grader. Yeah, I'm old. Yes, I'm old. How about Rex Kutzer in the comments? We will talk to him. But yes, we'll talk about him because his team did some phenomenal work this past weekend at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We had a good day. I haven't got to that yet, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. But let's give some shout outs, Ty, to the Gooder Gang. Y'all know how this works out. 67, almost 70,000 guys are all tuning in. Bobby Ray is bringing in the peeps, and I'm loving this. All right, Ty, let's do it. Here we go. Daddy Dutch first in. Good evening, gang. Teresa Edmondson, good evening, Gooder Gang. My pits are burning. I had the pleasure of cooking with Mr. Kevin Hernandez. What's up, homies? With Texas Original Charcoal Company. Matt Casper, Rapsack Barbecue. Good evening, fellas. How are you? Larry Vaughn, afternoon from North Jersey. Sean Trainer, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? He was in Humble. Michael Ramirez, good evening, Gooder Gang. South Texas Blaze, what's up, fellas? How are you guys? Arturo Gonzalez, hello, fellas. How are you? Colin McElrath, I saw him this past weekend. Samantha Cherry, sweet Samantha Cherry, thank you very much. How are you? Smoking and toasting. There's Toasty. What's up, gangsters? Let's see them corn dogs and smiles. Bobby Delgado, the pit father. That's Eddie, but the father. What's up, guys? How are you? Michelle Martinez. Hey. What's up, Michelle? Got to see her this weekend. Brandon Perriman. What's up, gang? What it is, gang, excuse me. Jimmy Sproul, what's up, gang? Jimmy and his wife did a phenomenal job out there at San Antonio Rodeo. Lucas Armstrong, afternoon. David Cano checking in. What's up, bro? How are you? Mark Pugh, what's up from Fort Worth? Jackie Milligan, all he does is win everywhere he goes. I think she's talking about Bobby Ray. Yes. There he is. Braden checking in. What's up, my Gooder gangsters? I love it. What's up? Sean Strader, what up? How are you? Michael Sistrunk in the house. What's up, everybody? Smoking in D's. That's Daniel. What's up, everybody? Aaron Cruz. Yo, what's going on? Jared McCrory. I think he had a good day last weekend in Humble. John Turner. Hello and good evening, comrades. Yes. Okay. Now we're in Challenger. I already read a lot of those. Rex Kutzer, or Kutzer, excuse me. He was the team lead for the team that Bobby Ray, cooked for. Bubba had that Quattro D drum smoking like a NASA ship this weekend. Absolutely. Buddy Northrup, yo, the grand champion at the Humble Rodeo Cook-Off. Buddy, we need to talk, my man. Chris Hatcher, what's up, party people? Yeah, smoking and toasting. Yeah, damn, I am old. I know. Sean Trainer, 5th grade, watching it at TV in school. There's Manuel Moreno, Jingle Barbecue. Got him his first banner, black and gold banner after 7 years. That's Manuel Moreno checking in. Rochelle Stevenson, what's good, y'all? Adriana Avila, what's up? How are you, Adriana? Sergio Chapa will be hanging out in 2 weeks, or next weekend, excuse me. Been a while. Brenda Waters, love me some Bobby Ray Delgado. Uncle Vix, what is up? I got to hang out with Uncle Vix all weekend with Team Texas Original Charco. Steve Jimenez, got to see him. What's up? Steve gave me a good tip. Hit second place steak. What's up, Steve Jimenez? John Luna, what's going on? Bobby Ray's one cool arrow. Yes, he is. Michael Robertson, good evening, barbecue. Lit Up Barbecue. Bianca Sanchez, hello, my nephew Bubba did his thing, and Lorenzo Rodriguez, meat pimp in the house. All right, well, Bobby's bringing the crew. We did get our co-host. I just heard a little beep, so before we get to the guest of the evening, I got to go ahead, Ty.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you were going to go to next, but I don't want to make sure we skip over last weekend, the big freaking 2-day world championship in San Antonio. I heard you had some good times. So, tell me about what happened Friday with the desserts and all the other auxiliaries.
Well, I appreciate that, Ty. So, that was Friday at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We had a few entries. We had a margarita at 11, dessert at 12. We had steak at 1, Beans at 3:30, and you pick it at 5:30. So 5 entries. It's a big day. They do a whole award ceremony for that. We felt good about margarita. I don't cook a margarita. I don't make a margarita, a very good one apparently. But I did lean on my teammates for that. Didn't go as well. But the dessert, my wife Diane, she did an amazing dessert. The same dessert pretty much that she got a perfect for in Kansas City. I think we were 60th this past weekend in San Antonio. Steak. I had a second place open at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo a couple of years ago. Well, we did the same thing. We had a second place steak this past weekend at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Got me a big fat check right back there, and it says $2,000 and plus. So I'm very happy about that. Got a black and gold banner on Friday. So after that, it's house's money. House's money at that point. Beans were great. What else was there? The U picket. Not my best
that's what I was going to ask. What is the you call it?
It's whatever you want to cook. It's whatever you want to cook.
Choice.
It's an open event, right?
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
Protein you can do. We did shrimp and grits, bacon wrap, shrimp and grits. Didn't do so well. Honestly, it wasn't our best looking box. If I presented it for the rate my box, it would get killed. But so would my brisket. So we'll go on to day 2. Day 2 felt really good. It was cold. It was a cold start to the day, but I felt really good. I had a good plan of action. Chicken is still chickening. It's still doing well. We were the cock king for 2025, and it's still kind of bleeding over to this year. Still doing well. We got our chicken turned in. Felt really confident about that. Ribs is something that we have always done well at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. This was our 5th year to cook it. In the previous 4 years, stop it, Ty. Stop it. In the previous 4 years, we've had a 1st place. We've had an 8th place. We've had an 11th place just last year. The 1 year I didn't place, I was sick as a dog. I think I got Eddie sick. Eddie, if Eddie's watching, I think I got you sick. But this year I felt really good. Felt really good about the turn in. So when I did not get a call, I still felt pretty good. It's okay. But brisket, I got to give a shout out to my buddy John Turner from the Chop and Block Barbecue. We were talking. He had plans to cook with us right up until the weekend before, but then he finally got an entry into it. But we traded, little recipes. I gave him chicken. He gave me brisket, but he actually came over and gave me a full ass brisket deal, and can't thank him enough. It was great. It turned out great. We still had to cook it, and we cooked it well, and we wound up being 13th in brisket. So good day for us for Team Bullhorn. My wife and I did an amazing job. I had a great team with Jessica Gonzalez, CPM. How about Gabe and Shauna? They came and hung out with us. They were running our boxes. It was just a fun vibe all weekend long. Had a great weekend. And finished 10th overall, Ty. So thank you for asking. It was
overall.
Great,
that's freaking awesome.
335 teams is what I heard. I don't know. So
yeah, and I saw the post on there from Butter. I was just, I'm glad that IBCA is doing that contest. I'm glad that it seemed like everything turned out great.
I was definitely going to mention that. The team that IBCA had out there was Charlene and everybody. I saw Leonard Love. I saw Kevin Miller. I saw Marilyn Gamble. Rose and Jim. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting somebody, but Dennis was out there himself. IBCA did a phenomenal job. They did a great job. 330 something teams out there. The check-in process was great. I didn't hear any complaints about if there were anything happening in the room, nobody heard about it outside of the room. Great job, IBCA. It's Wednesday. So I think we're good on standing. So they did a phenomenal job. That was an old joke. They did a phenomenal job. And shout out to Dennis Butterworth and the team over at IBCA. They did a phenomenal job out there. And I was glad to see single round judging. I think it helps. And I know they have some stuff that they're working out that they want to have a 6th judge and drop a score. I totally welcome that. I'm sure a lot of people in the comments will welcome that as well. But no, they did a great job out there. So shout out to IBCA. Great job for running one of the second largest contests in the nation, the largest in Texas. The San Antonio Rodeo, y'all have heard me talk about this all the time. It is a world championship, even though they don't call themselves a world championship. San Antonio, I'm going to tell y'all again, do it. Call yourselves a world championship because you have everything needed. Big stage, great, just great vibe, international teams, just everything you need for a world championship is there. The announcer, the MC, he got a lot of crap last year for rushing people for the last couple of years. He didn't do any of that this year. He was great. What a great event, San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. The people that put that on, hats off to you. Y'all did an amazing job. Can't wait to go back next year. It is my favorite contests. Yeah.
Have you ever declared that before, that it's your favorite contest?
Think so. I think
I know you've called it one of the 5 majors before, but favorite contest, that's pretty big.
Houston's good. Houston's special. The American Royal was special. Never been to the Jack. Memphis in May was great. Done that. Yeah, I think so. I think it's my favorite. I think it's my favorite.
Shout out to Case Han, OG co-host of the So Smoking Gooder Show, in the comments there with hashtag 3 Meats Matter. Get well soon, Case. We know you're recovering from the quadruple bypass. So love you, bro.
Yeah, he did it right, man. Not just 1, 2, and 3. He went for the 4 meat category. All 4. Quadruple bypass. Steve Jimenez, thank you very much. Steve gave me just a nugget just in listening. I say shut up and listen on the show, right? Steve is an SCA champion. He's done a lot of great things, but he was talking about just not even talking to me in general. He was just talking, and I overheard him say, I'm pulling my steak at 125. I think it'll play well here. So I heard it, and as I'm cooking my steak, I probed mine, and it was 126, 127. I was like, okay, time to pull. Sometimes I'd go 132, 133, but I pulled it at that time, and just because I overheard Steve say that, a steak champion, and it worked out for me. Second place steak. Obviously, it was tender. I didn't get to try it because I only cooked one. And Aaron Leslie gave me some stuff. Anyway, the show's not about me. It's not about me, but thank you for asking, bro. Thank you for asking. Let's get the co-host in before we get to the guest of the evening. We're talking about the corn dog king from Sure Shot Barbecue, Mr. Josh Hale. He is in the he's in the house right now. Let's go. Bring him on, Ty. Josh.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, you better get more hyped than this, my man. You better get more hyped than this. I know you were at football practice.
How's everybody doing tonight?
We're going good. How did Team Sure Shot do this weekend, bro?
Friday night, well, we came back with the black and yellow, black and gold.
I love it.
Managed a third place. Miss Sure Shot, the wife, pulled off third dessert, so that was pretty good. I was really hoping maybe we could pull off. Well, she did everything Friday, so I was hoping for one more good walk on Friday for her. And I pretty much knew, with the weather being on Saturday, I was like, man, one more walk. That's a good trip for me. I don't even need to cook on Saturday. My wife she did it for everybody. So Saturday was cold, but it was the wind that made it. Yeah. Wind just sucked. That wind sucked.
How'd you feel all day Saturday?
One of my things I tell everybody, be honest. I haven't yet met a cook. I haven't met a cook that's God or Jesus yet. You make mistakes. It happens. Own it. At the end of the day, be honest with yourself. Did you hit your marks? Did you do your job? Because if you did, all right, now we got to hit, that luck factor, hit the right tables, leave it up to the judges. I thought I told Stacy, yeah, we hit all of our marks, and I was actually feeling, I never say that's the wife and I are going to win. You know, we fight tooth and nail, but um, I definitely thought, we did our job to the fullest and then some. Um, wasn't our day. It is what it is. But seeing everybody else, it was quite cool. It was very spread out. It was very, it's a very awesome awards. Minus, it was miserable cold, and everybody that knows me, when it's cold,
Yeah.
I'm a big old sissy. I don't like it. That's why I live in Texas. I don't like the cold.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say I missed a step on ribs. The only call I didn't get, and I missed the finishing dust step. I was running late, and the people that were running the boxes, they were like, "We got to go," and I understand that because they had to. We were so far away; they had to fight the crowd. They had to do all this stuff, and so I just missed a step. The last dusting, and I don't know if it killed me, but it definitely wasn't the product that I wanted.
At one point, I literally, Rob, I was, I grabbed her phone. I mean, I was trying to nitpick anything and everything. Everybody knows me. I'm the OG. I ain't giving myself 10s for nothing. I was trying to nitpick every single little thing I could figure out, what we could have done better. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe this, maybe that, but so minuscule. I was like, geez, look at me. I thought we did our job, and we did our job. It just, as a cook, dude, it's barbecue.
To me, this is why I love this contest. It is 300 plus teams of some of the badass teams that you can find. Texas, you guys know how I feel about Texas barbecue. Sorry, earmuffs if you're north of Texas, north of Dallas, because I don't include you either, Dallas. But it's the best in the nation, and we had the best come down and compete. We had Gabe from Smoking Volts, who was one of the teams of the year. We've had Brad Liner come down here and do this one. We had Darren Worth come down, the GOAT regarded. He was here and finished very well as well. He had a great contest out here. So this one is special. This one's unique. But let's talk about our guest of the evening. You are kind of a mentor of this young man. I've talked to his dad, and I said, hey, who are his boys, man? Who does he talk to? First on the list, Josh Hale. And when he told me that, I was like, I'm gonna see if Josh wants to come on the show. Talk about that relationship between you and Bobby before we get Bobby, and I'm going to have you introduce him after you talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, I guess you could say, I'm a mentor towards him. I am.
You are.
Something I tell everybody, I never think I'm that good yet. I have so much I feel like to learn that I don't run around telling people you're doing it wrong or anything, but I'm also that if you come and ask, I'll give you everything I got, 110%, no secrets, no nothing. Bobby don't need, Bubba, whatever everybody wants to call him. Bubba, in high school, that kid was killing it. Now the young man's still killing it with the best of the best. He's had a lot of people that are more than willing to help him out, but we do. He, from day one, we got close, and that whole family's family to us now, and I do. I am his mentor. I love to see the kid. He's not a kid. I love to see the young man walk it, and I tell him all the time, he is. You can do it. You can compete and hang. There's weekends. Guess what, bub? You're gonna get spanked, and it's gonna, it is what it is. But do your job, nail your stuff, and come on in and look at him now. Every cook-off for a while now that he's been doing, the big ones, Uvalde, he did his job there and did really well. And he was not a happy camper at Uvalde, and he came and talked to me, and I literally left my trailer and went straight to his brisket. Yeah, his monster brisket. And he was all, wasn't happy about it. And I said, bub, look, what you're telling me, I totally disagree with you, and you're allowed to have your opinion, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a good, you did your job. And I'll
We
be
are our
dang,
hardest critics. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
But and then on top of that, he's going to welding school, and then they're building some of him and his family, and him and his dad. They're building some of the best drums out there right now. Shout out Cuatro D.
All right, let's
building some solid drums.
Let's bring them on, my man. Let's bring them on. It's 8:30. We've been pushing this too
Come
long.
on.
Let's go. We're talking. I was gonna introduce him. We're talking about Bobby Ray, one of the youngest, hottest cooks in the barbecue circuit. Man, did damn well in Briscoe with a big first place brisket, which is one of the biggest contests, well-regarded contest in Texas. And then here we are, about a month later, going to the largest contest in Texas, coming off a reserve grand champion in the high school junior championship in 2025. And then finishing that up with a third place overall with a couple walks. We're talking about the man of the evening, Mr. Bobbyrey Delgado from the man, the myth, the legend, Cuatro D Drum Smokers, the family that has been doing so well out there. Just great people out there. But Bobby, welcome to the show, my man. Bobby Ray, excuse me, welcome to the show.
What's up, everybody?
Can we just call you Bubba? What do you like being called, man?
I don't care. It's Bubba, Bobby, Junior.
I like Bubba.
Yeah.
I like Bubba.
That's what everybody calls me around.
Well, Bubba, you had a great weekend, man.
Yeah, I sure did.
You had a great weekend. Please introduce yourself. Talk about how you got started. And then, because a lot of people are watching, you're bringing some people on, man. And I love that. You got some fans out there. I can see them in the comments already. But for those that maybe are just tuning in that don't know you, introduce yourself, my man.
Bobbyrey Delgado with Quema BBQ. That's pretty much it. I was looking back at some trophy. I started in 2024 is when I took barbecue serious with high school. And then, man, I just started, like everybody says, you get that first walk and you're hooked. You want to go. So when I started in high school, and then I did bust and burn over here down south.
Yeah.
And I actually reserved it. And after that, oh, man, it lit a fire on my butt and I was hooked. And after that, it was pretty much, it went on in 2025. I had a good year with high school barbecue. And then I graduated and now we're here.
Hey, can we back up? You mentioned 2024 is when you started taking it serious, but you've been around this game for a while with your parents, right? Your parents have been doing this well before 2024. What do you remember of, tagging along? What do you remember about those days? And were you doing the kids' cues back then?
I was not doing kids' cues, actually.
I didn't think you were. I did not think you were.
I didn't. I was doing some ancillaries here and there, but that was pretty much it. I think this year is going to be their 6th year actually competing, parents-wise, when they started. But, man, I remember our first competition we went to was Traders Village. My dad had this big old offset. You know how everybody starts in a big old pit, dinosaur, a pallet of wood to burn all night. And we actually rented an RV, a trailer, and, man, we stayed up all night. My dad did, playing with it, and I went to bed. My mom went home. My mom, if she's close to home, she's going to sleep in her bed. She don't care.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be there in the morning. But, yeah, my dad actually got a walk that year. Or, no, he didn't, but he placed pretty good, and that did it for him. And after that, he just got hooked like I did, and we went from there.
Yeah, so now you said was about 6 years ago. So you were, young man, 14 years old. So
yeah, I think I was in middle school.
You were in middle school. So you remember those hanging out? What do you remember about just being there at a contest? What do you remember about just, not competing, being with your parents? What kind of experience is that for a young child, young person?
To me, to be honest, I didn't like it. I hated it. I hated just sitting there. I was like, man, this is boring. I don't like this. But yeah, I didn't like it. And then once I started doing the little jackpots here and there, or my mom would do jackpots, I would help her. And then I kind of got into it more. And then my dad started doing good, and I kind of started getting in with him, seeing what he was doing. And then then I started picking up to like it more and more, and I started cooking, and man, you just get hooked. It's crazy. It's an addiction now.
Josh, whenever you want to chime in, you do so. And if you got something, go for it. But so then let's fast forward to high school. How did you get involved with the high schools? Because that is a growing thing. You know, I know you're beyond that now, but you were kind of the grassroots of the high school barbecue movement. Now it's all over the country. You know, the championships are where, you know better than I do, where they're like in
the championship is in for the one we used to do was in Burnett. And then there's another, I guess you would say, sanction. It's in Round Rock. They do it in Round Rock. So they're not too far crazy apart. But yeah. And speaking on back on that high school, for my school, I actually started it. I got it going. We had a couple of people come in and help us, but it was just hard. There was no way there was no funds for it. We would have to fundraise everything for ourselves because the way they do it through the schools is they do it through culinary. My school didn't have no culinary. So that's the way they would fund it. So the way we would fund it, we just do fundraisers all the time. Freaking fajita tacos. I remember I would love doing it because I would get out the whole day. I was excused. I was just cooking in the back at the ag building.
Yeah.
So who are the? I mean, obviously you put your high school on the map, right, as far as barbecue in Texas. But who are the high school juggernauts, or are there any out there? Brody Daniel's been doing.
Brody. Yeah, Brody, there's one to be watching for. Southside used to be good. I haven't really heard too much on them ever since I graduated. Madison was another good one that they would hit all the time, and I know they had quite a few teams, and they would all place every time. But yeah, Southside, of course, Brody's doing good. Congrats on his big three-peat. That's awesome.
Three-peat. Yeah. Congrats, Brody Daniel. Yeah.
And then Madison, like I said.
Well, I think you have a unique position to where you can still go and excuse, sorry. Sorry, my dog is going nuts every time he sees my kid. It's crazy. He lives with them. Sees them every day, but he still barks at them every time. But I feel like you're in a unique position right now, in a special position because of your success and how you came up in high school. I think you could be, if you want to, do something like, you know, be a ambassador for barbecue in high school, man. I think it's really neat that the fact that you kind of came up in that realm, high school barbecue, in the grassroots of it, and you've had this major success, reserve grand champion at the largest contest in Texas in high school, and then next year you followed up in third overall. We'll get to that in just a second.
I got to learn to speak up.
But what do you think? Go ahead, Josh. You were going to say the same thing, weren't you?
Well, I was actually like, I've always told him, you know, he has had the right people around. He's got to watch the right people. And boom, he's had his success in high school. Now look at him. He's sitting here doing this. And I was literally like thinking, okay, well, hi. I mean, you have been pretty much crushing it. You just killed it at one of the biggest events there is in barbecue, competition barbecue. You started your own high school with the help of your, you know, all of your people, your family. Got to be thinking, you know, possibly would, you know, go back to your own high school, coach, help, make sure that program that you're the one, y'all made y'all's mark, you made your mark, getting it going, you know, you already had in the back of your brain, your thought, you know, would you go back and do some help, some coaching, mentoring, you know, whatever.
Put on the coach's shorts.
Well, to make sure something you started and kind of built, you know.
Yeah.
Are you going to make sure it stays running, you know, maybe not as competitive and, you know, at high caliber winning, but make sure it's going right for you.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing now that you say that is the year I graduated, the next year they did away with cooking the barbecue team at my school. So
what?
Yeah, there's no barbecue at my school no more.
Oh, wow.
What the heck is going
okay.
on? What's the high school? Let's call them out.
Southwest.
What? Southwest.
I just did so good asking that question, and now boom, there's nothing. Okie dokie. So we can move on from that question.
Nah, but it would be badass. It'd be cool to go and mentor some kids that would want to help or ask for help. I would most definitely be open to that and go show them. I mean, I didn't just wake up one day and learn it and know how to do it. I got showed by someone. Someone showed me. I got coached as well. So,
and
you're open to showing that.
You're in an awesome position. You know how high school barbecue started because you started that team. You know, y'all started that team for yourselves. You know how to mentor as far as getting a high school team going. You know, the ins and outs of it.
Tammy Halfman, you can come to Garden City and mentor our barbecue team. I think it would be really cool. Jackie Milligan, come mentor our school, please. And you're still that age, right? You're still, what 6'7" is. And so it's you're still that age, right? Yeah. You know the slang, you know what's going on. So you can relate to these kids. And I really feel like, honestly, how well you are doing, and it's kind of maybe a calling that you can do that, and then you can build on that because, we see Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has junior champions, American Royal has junior champions. The high school thing is where these junior champions are now kind of going into, and then obviously they come out of there with skills that none of us did at 18, 20 years old. I didn't get into barbecue until I was 35 years old. So it's different, right? And so I feel like you have a unique position, and I really feel like maybe you and your family who are pit builders and doing so well in Texas have a unique opportunity to help out these younger pitmasters out there.
Yeah, most definitely. I know there is some high school around the town that's running our drums. There's a couple high schools down south in the valley that has our drums. I know Brody and them hosted one, and they actually, I think Reserve and Grandin won a big drum and a shorty.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right. Well, Josh kind of talked about it earlier. You are the master fabricator for Cuatro D drum smokers, right?
Yes,
I talked to your dad earlier today, and he's so proud of you, man. Your parents are very proud of you. We're all proud of you because we've seen you in this growth here, and I'm glad you're on the show, bro. Serious. But the fact you're 20 years old, you've had this success in high school. Your dad has started this drum business, which has really caught fire. They're great products. A lot of teams are out there using them. Josh, you got one. They're just amazing, and they look cool. They're just cool in the fact that, it's a Texas family that we all love and support and know because you guys are great going around. You're great ambassadors. You visit with everybody. The family is just really great to support. But you've kind of taken on a lead role with the drum building. Talk about what's going on with Cuatro D drum smokers, my man.
Yeah, I sure have. It's a pleasure. I mean, I love it. I mean, Kevin, my dad and Kevin, when we talk on the phone, they give me crap because I don't wake up till 9 o'clock. But I mean, I can get a lot of stuff. I get my shit done. That's why when they give me shit, I talk shit back because
they're just jealous.
I wake up at 9. Yeah,
I'm gonna start calling you at 9 too, and just be mad that I had to wake up 3 hours earlier.
But yeah, it's nice. It's cool. I love it. I run around buying parts, this, that. I wake up. I mean, I walk out to my garage and I'm in the shop. It's awesome. It's cool. I've been learning a lot of stuff from it. The fabricating wise, this and that. I mean, building different gadgets. We do have a lot of stuff that's coming out for the future. In the future, we have a couple of things on the way in the works. It's just with time, and there's one of me and a lot of others. So we try to keep the builds to quality. It's all about quality, not quantity.
Look at those.
And that's a good set. That went out to down south to the Great Extreme Outdoors, one of our number one stores. Keep us rolling.
Gorgeous, man. And yeah, you're putting out some quality work. It kind of works out that you're a welding student, right? So you're able to take what you learn in school and apply it to the real world immediately.
Yes, for
Pretty
sure.
badass. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Mind you,
I work from 9 to 4:30, and then I go to school at 5 o'clock, and 5 o'clock to 11:30 is my day.
Oh shit, you got a long day, bro.
Yeah. So
That's
and
awesome.
mind you, I've talked to him before. His dad and Kevin and them could give him some shit, but I've talked to him, and that dude's sick as a dog, and he's still out there grinding and getting it done. Literally, like I want to die. I feel like, but out there building baskets, out there getting parts built. I mean, still getting it done. I mean, yeah. It's a passion. It's just like barbecue, caught barbecue. I mean, some days can be rough, but there's a passion there building a phenomenal product. I mean,
for sure.
Real quick, I saw Louis, the reserve grand champion in the house. Him and his team. He said Bobby's killing it, but you are killing it, my man. He was reserve grand champion this past weekend. I see Armando De Luna is in the house as well. They had a big first place brisket, his team out there. Chicken Fried's in the house. I was glad to see Vanessa get her a dessert banner. Stacy Hale with a third place dessert banner out there. Aaron is in the house. He helped me get a second place banner. I know he got some love as well out there. So John Turner, this man out there, he definitely helped me. I talked about earlier. And my teammate over the weekend, Uncle Vic's Barbecue, finished 15th overall. I think it's time to talk about the big weekend we just had, boys. Y'all ready to do that?
Yes, sir.
Well, Bobby Ray, you had yourself a damn good weekend, man. Talk about your team. How did you get involved? How did you get invited to do that? Because not everybody gets the opportunity to cook the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. 335 teams out there, yes, but it's still a invite type of deal unless you've been doing this for a long time. Talk about the team and how you got invited, and give some love to the people that helped you out there get out there.
Yeah, for sure. Barcade Cookers, Rex. Man, he's awesome. He's great. He takes real good care of us. My dad, it started off with my dad. My dad used to cook for him and everything. And then this year, with my success in barbecue and doing good, Rex was like, told my dad, he was like, man, why don't you let Junior cook it? He called me Junior. He was like, why don't you let Junior cook it with all the success? And my dad was like, man, you know what? I might let him do it. And then it came up that he got to cook with Casanova, so it worked out perfect. We both got to cook. He went and cooked over there, and I cooked there, and man, it was awesome. It was great. And it's just, like you said, you can't just go buy yourself an entry fee. You can't just, you got to get invited. You got to know someone.
Wonderful. So Rex with you said Barcade Cookers?
Yes, Barcade Cookers.
Very nice. How big of a space did y'all have? Were y'all
It was 2 spots. It was good. We just had a big old tent. They set up them big old white tents on Thursday morning. They usually don't set them up till Friday. So it was kind of hard getting in there, but we got it all worked out. Everything worked out. It was good. I got to cook with Burning My Money.
Oh, Gerald?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Gerald. Yeah, he's really good. He's nice. He's cool. So
that your first time to meet him?
Yeah. No, I mean, I met him in Briscoe. We've cooked in Briscoe. We've cooked Traders Village. But yeah, that was my barbecue teammate this year.
Solid dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Josh. I thought you had something.
Oh, well, that was when y'all were talking about, you can't just buy a free spot, it's not a normal comp. You can't, there is no free spaces. You either have an established space, you get invited. I mean, that's besides what you were able to achieve this weekend. That's got to feel pretty dang good, Hey, why don't you bring your son in, let him cook, and you want to come hang out, you can, but why don't you let Bubba come over here and cook the spot? And That's what I told you, man. Building a name, building a reputation, and you've done it in high school, and now you're doing it pretty dang fast with with I say the big boys, the adults, with men and women. I mean, you're doing it with however you want to say it. I mean, you're doing that to where literally right out the gate, hey, oh, you want to come cook a spot at San Antonio? Well, heck yeah. I mean, that's big. That's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was a good feeling. When my dad told me that they said that, I was like, man. I mean, like everybody wants, just how bad as everybody wants to go cook Houston, everybody wants to cook freaking San Antonio. So when they told me that, I was like, hell yeah, I was pumped, I was excited. So yeah, it was awesome. I liked it.
We are talking to the reigning Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo champion with his wife and Reagan, No Shoes Reagan, who's my medicine doctor, by the way. He hooked up this past weekend. Thank you, Reagan, if you're listening. But I don't think he has internet. He might. I don't know. He should. He can afford it. But Bobby Ray. I do want to talk about real quick. Back up to Briscoe, first place brisket. What did that mean to you in that 140 teams out there? First place brisket. That is such a cool Wade Carpenter. We talk about all the time. They do an amazing job out there. The big venue, the loud music, first place brisket. That's badass, by the way.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, like you said, everybody loves going to the Briscoe. It's always one for the bucket list, the one to hit check mark on the year. But man, it was awesome. Like Josh said earlier, touching back on that. To be honest with you, I wasn't happy with my cook at all. I wasn't. The only thing I was happy with, I was like, man, I always hit there in pork, so that's what I had faith in. I came up with a 5th place pork, thank God, and brisket turned in. We turned it in. I went back to the trailer.
You always hit there. This is like your second year.
Yeah.
I always hit there. Hey, I'm 2 for 2. Got it.
That's not a lie.
1,000%. I get it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And we got everything turned in, and it got down to brisket, and we turned it in. And I came back to the trailer, and I tasted it. Now it wasn't the flavor profile I was going for, and I was like, man, I was stressing it. I was like, well, we'll see what happens. And then we ran into Josh, and I was like, hey, Josh, come here and let's try this for me, because Josh is always the one. If I want honest truth, Josh is gonna give it to me, and it's the same way we're for each other. I mean, he's gonna ask me to try something. Of course, I'm a nobody. I've barely been cooking for so long, but we're gonna give my honest opinion, what I taste, what I think. Josh went over there and tasted it, and he was like, "You're crazy. You're crazy for what you think. You're crazy for." He was like, "Don't worry about it." So, and what it was is I thought my brisket was too sweet. Going to the flavor profile I was going for, and man, we get to awards and we're good there. I didn't get a chicken walk, didn't get a rib call, got my pork call, and you get down to brisket, and there's a couple good brisket cooks that walk, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna hit it at all. And then they called second place. Congrats to Kicking Ash on their grand champion, and man, I was sitting there, I was like, man, there's no way. And my dad's never had a first place brisket, so I was like, there was all kinds of things going through my head, and man, they called first place brisket, and my freaking song come on. Holy shit, I didn't know what to do. I just got up, and freaking Kevin's right there next to me yelling my ear off, and I didn't know who to give a hug. I didn't know what to do, which way to turn. I was just like, holy man. When I get walks, I get real bad tunnel vision, and I zone out. So it was a lot going on, and then I'm walking down the aisle, and freaking Josh comes up running behind me. Thought it was too sweet, huh? So, yeah.
Everybody knows me. I'm at awards. I'm in the very back. I'm not even by my wife usually. I'm flipping coins. I'm stressed out for myself. I'm stressed out for all of y'all. I'm wanting to see everybody walk. That's probably, and this isn't saying anything ill will or bad towards anybody else. That is the first time at an awards and during awards, I believe, that I have ever in the middle of awards, like pretty much ran up into the middle of some awards to make sure, like, I did it on one side, and then when he came back around the other side, I made sure I was coming back, and I was like, "Yeah, hey, I told you, you're allowed to have your opinion, but that was solid. It was right, and holy boom, wow,
Yeah.
yeah."
That is a special contest. We all know the Uvalde Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads is a special event. I've had a first place out there as well, and I understand people coming up to you, the music's blaring, and you take that slow walk. It is special. And first place brisket is badass in any contest, but there it's amazing. It's a great deal. It's a great experience, and to have somebody like your mentor or somebody that really cares about you to come up there and celebrate with you is really cool. Y'all were 2 rows up from us, and when y'all stand up, y'all were, it was like y'all didn't know where to go. Like you mentioned, I didn't know where to go. All of y'all were like, what the heck? And people were coming up to you guys, and it was just a cool event, man, or a cool experience, a cool moment to see, you who we all know. I feel like you guys are, especially, we've seen you now. You're like our own kid out there, and you get a big call like that out there. And of course, this past weekend, we'll fast forward again now. Let's go back to this weekend. Talk about your walks. I know Friday, your team had some success on Friday, right?
My dad did.
Your dad did. Okay. What
my mom and dad did. They got I think it was the 6th open and a 4th bean.
That's badass.
Yeah.
6th open, 4th bean.
Yeah.
What'd they cook for the open,
Filet mignon with bacon ram shrimp.
Oh, okay. They went high end, highfalutin.
They went bougie.
They went bougie, highfalutin. Filet mignon.
Yeah.
And bacon wrapped shrimp. All right. I did bacon wrapped shrimp and some nice grits. It didn't look great, but all good. Josh, what'd y'all do for the open?
We did a ribeye and ribeye and lobster. We did ribeye and lobster tail with some potato slices.
Dang, y'all went fucking high. Y'all went high end too. No,
they did. I mean, it was high end, but they didn't really get it.
It was Applebee's high end.
No, well, the way they scored us, they thought it was a Big Mac from McDonald's or something. But hey,
All right, and then the beans, obviously, great job on the beans. Okay, day 2. Let's go. Talk about your day, brother.
So day 2 was actually a crazy day. Day 2, we started. My dad took off, and I got up. And we have a toy hauler, so I sleep in the back end with it has those bunks that go up and down on the tracks. And man, I get off the bed and I go to put up the bunk up to set up to cook for the day, and man, the damn bed don't go up. And I was like, oh shit. Then our damn sink didn't start. The sink and wasn't working, and it was just a mess. So I was like, whatever. I went outside, started my fire. Was out there, and I was like, man, it's freaking cold. I don't want to be out here. I just want to go lay back down.
Let's go.
My bed's still down, so I can go lay down real easily. And yeah, it was pretty smooth. I had a good day, I guess you could say. It was 11 o'clock, and my chicken was probing at 120, so I was like, oh, shit. I turned it up to 400 degrees and just let it roll. Threw the sauce on there and threw it in the box. Let's go.
That was the chicken?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to ask you about that. I got this message here. You can't cuss anymore because Grandma and Grandpa from Los Cruces are watching.
Yeah.
No more cussing.
Well, if you were to know my grandpa, he's known as Dirty Grandpa. He's just as crazy as me. So.
Well, then he's good. All right. What's up, Dirty Grandpa? Welcome to the show. But I'm sorry, I heard the end of that. So talk about the chicken. You were rushing at the end?
Yeah, I was rushing at the end. It was 11 o'clock, and I mean, I wasn't at the temp that I wanted to be. So
at 11 o'clock, where was the temp at?
120.
All right, you're okay. You still had 40 minutes at that point.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like to be early. I mean, I like to be early, but I like to have some time. And I just turned it up and threw the sauce in there and let it set and threw it in the box and turned it in. Then we got to ribs. Ribs are okay. I wasn't happy with ribs. And then we got to brisket, and my brisket hit temp, and I just threw it in the damn camera. I didn't even check it or nothing. Yeah, and threw it in the camera. I knew it would roll over a little more, so I did that. That was some crazy stuff, and yeah.
This is the most relaxed third place overall in a 300 plus team So all right, so ribs you weren't excited about?
No,
Why
I
not?
wasn't. I know my ribs. I mean, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want to taste, and they weren't there. And then I didn't have. I know we had 2-hour turning times, and I don't know what I was doing, but I ran out of time. So I didn't have no time to set my sauce. I just sauced them and threw them in the box, and let's go. Because good thing we were one row down from the tent turning, but we were pushing it.
Bro, you're one row down, and you have 2 hours in between turn. What the heck, kid?
Yeah, tell me about it. I heard it from Kevin all day today.
You're one row down. You have a minute walk at most.
Yeah.
In a 20-minute window, and then a 2-hour window in between. All right, I'm not. We can't question the results because scoreboard. But come on, Bubba.
Yeah, I'm still kicking myself for that because all I needed was a 28th rib, and I could have came in second. I was half a point away from reserving.
Oh, are we doing that? Are we talking about what we needed?
No.
We talking about what we needed? Damn it. All right. Michelle said you were visiting at that time, right?
Yeah, I was. I was talking to Michelle, and I was going to Kevin's trailer for something. I had to go get something, and that was right before ribs, and so yeah, it was Michelle's fault. Let's blame it on Michelle.
Well, that's a lesson to people that are watching right here. We've done KCBS 30-minute turn-ins, CBA hour turn-ins, IBCA hour and a half turn-ins. This was such a large contest. They did 2-hour turn-ins. You can get sidetracked. You can go out visiting. You can go out drinking. You can go out doing a whole bunch of stuff to where normally you would be at your camp and you'd be focused on what's going on, right? So this 2-hour window in this event where there's so many of your barbecue family out there and you have so many people to visit and do kinds of stuff, and there's music going on, there's corn dogs out there, Josh, there's all kinds of funnel cakes, there's all kinds of stuff that you can get involved with, and then you're like, oh, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, don't you need to be doing this? I'm like, oh shit. And then at that point you're 150 yards away from your camp, right? And you're like, oh God, I got to go back and do this. And yeah, I understand how time gets away. But yeah, it's a lesson to learn. These windows where you have such a long time, you still have to kind of focus and say, okay, by this time I need to be back at my camp and doing what I need to be doing, because
absolutely.
Right, Josh? It gets away from you.
Absolutely not. With you saying that, I feel like that also happens with what you're saying. There, KCBS, CBA, all these other. I mean, even obviously a normal event, this size of the event for people that competitors that go and cook a lot. You're used to this normal stuff, and then you get over there, and you're like these 2-hour crazy turn-in times. It is real easy to squirrel out, and next thing you know, I mean, yes, it is very easy. 2 hours. I mean, that's a long time. That's a long time. And like, oh, well, I only need this amount of time to do it. Well, if you squirrel out, it took you 10, 15 minutes to walk over here, 10, 15 back. Yeah, you can burn up a lot of time really, really quick. And you're like, oh man. Oops, I'm behind.
Learn now on the hard way.
Michelle says, give me that hat back. It wasn't my fault. Stacy Hale says Josh does that at a KCBS contest. Yeah. Uncle Vic said probably went back to bed. Yeah. And Kevin says smoking on the Rio will have crazy turn-in times.
Yeah.
As well. So you have to maintain your focus, right? And at least give yourself a timeline where I need to be back here, because if you don't, things get away from you. And Q for the Blue had this wonderful, amazing mariachi band, all ladies mariachi. It was so good, and thank God it was after turn-ins, after everything was turned in, because I would have just stayed there. They were that good. It was great. I'll send a video to Ty. Maybe he can play it here in just a minute. But all right, so we talked about ribs. All right, brisket. Or what you getting? Did you place? What were your 2 walks?
Chicken and brisket.
All right, chicken. So you didn't really. You just kind of said, chicken. I'm gonna sauced it and sent it. How were you feeling about the chicken? Did you hit your marks? Were you good?
I hit my marks until Caesar came over and tried it and told me I turned in some teriyaki chicken.
Hater. No.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a cock king. So if a cock king tells you something, you probably like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
right?
I was. So once he did tell me that, I was like, man, I ain't getting no wild and teriyaki chicken. You can ask Josh. I went over there kicking the door, this and that. Man, I turned in teriyaki, this and that. But my taste and my texture and tenderness, man, it was on point. I've never cooked a chicken like that. And
taste was obviously pretty good too.
Yeah, I guess. And here comes Caesar, freaking teriyaki chicken. I don't know what you did.
He said, I stand by my comment. He's still with it. Hey, San Antonio likes the teriyaki chicken, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he gets that call too, and he was running by us. He goes, teriyaki chicken, because he's going to this stage. And I'm like, I'll be danged. Here we go.
Yeah. I was happy with it. With that flavor, I was like, man, we'll see what happens. You never know. And ribs, I knew. I honestly didn't have no faith in my ribs. Just how I turned them in and how I tasted them, I really didn't like them. And brisket, man, when I started cutting into brisket, my dad's best friend was there, him and his wife, Pedro and Lorena, and they were in there. And we were sitting there. I was letting brisket sauce, and she's like, man, I was sitting there just staring out the window, just thinking about stuff. And I was my Pedro's wife, and she's like, man, it's like you're about to walk out for a fighting match or something. Like, we're just here staring. And I was like, yeah, it gets like that sometimes, but I pulled it off the pit and I cut it. Man, when I was cutting it, I was like, damn, this is a badass brisket. Like, I had some faith in it. And then I started cutting into more, and I was like, man, I don't know. These slices are kind of rough looking. And I just rolled it, threw it in the box, and we'll see what happens. And I was over there. We got turn-ins done and everything, and we went hang out and everything. We go to awards. You know how San Antonio awards are. They take 40 minutes to get started. They say you're going to start at 7:30. You don't start till 8. So I was over there hanging out with Kevin at where y'all were parked at, and we're like, there was no rush to get over there. Well, we get over there, and they were about to start chicken awards, and they called the first number, and my mom started yelling. I was like, what the heck is she yelling about? Well, it was our number, it turns out, and we're like, oh, dang. So we still took off, and then Josh was up there a little ways behind them bleachers, and I was like, teriyaki chicken. Teriyaki chicken. I wanted to see Caesar so I could tell him, but I didn't get to see him. I don't know where Caesar was, and it was crazy.
Well, he's watching now. He said, he said he stands by the teriyaki chicken. He said, but he will say the texture and moisture were perfect 10s. He did say that. So you got the chicken call. Hey, you got the first call of the night, right?
Yeah.
So that's at that point,
I broke the
kind of gravy at that point. You're feeling good. There's 335 teams out there, and it's the second largest in Texas, second largest in the nation as far as barbecue contests. So you're sitting there, you're doing pretty well. You mentioned cutting into the brisket, right? Yeah. I want to talk to both of you guys here. What do you mean when you sliced into it, you knew it was good?
Well, when I sliced into mine, the way the slices were just looking and everything, I was like, man, it looked good at the flat. And then I was getting closer to that point. I was like, man, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I got kind of thick on the fat part. And I was like, we'll see what happens. You never know what judges are going to like. There's different judges here or there. So just turn it in and see what happens. You're never going to know.
Yeah, I'm talking about that very first slice. Before you can see the slices, that first one, Josh, talk about it when you know you got a good one and when you know you don't.
Oh, man. When I know I got a good one when I cut into it. And for me, people, I'm going to get made fun of and really harped on this one.
When you cry, are you crying too?
No, when I cut into it, on a flat, I start on this side, I cut a butt, Boom, make one cut. Okay, well, everybody knows my wife. Boom, I'll slide it over there. If I'm cutting into it and it's already doing the old good old jiggle and she's jiggling, I mean, unless it's bad and screwed it up, which I'm already saying, oh, I screwed this up. If I feel like this is going to be a good one, everything was right, open the pan. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got some good smell. We're good. Cut that butt. As soon as I make that first slice, I start getting that feeling. As soon as I pull it out, slide the butt back up there. For me, tip, whatever. I don't want the air getting on that next slice, so I slide the butt back up against it. I immediately turn to my right and I look at my wife or my partner, my teammate. If I don't get any remarks right out the gate, and I mean, she's really on it, Johnny on the spot, then I'm already starting to get a little lancy. If you do it enough, you know your barks, you know what you're doing. Brisket, it's a big piece of meat. I see the guys that are really good at doing editing stuff, Chick Fried Bill, anybody that can actually take a camera and zoom in and that jiggle when you're cutting and stuff.
Right.
I don't know how to do that. And first off, I would get banned from all media if there's a live camera while I'm doing that, because there's some serious foul music playing. I'm literally in a different zone when it's time to do boxing of any meat. So I could never have anybody film stuff like that. But I am literally, when I make that cut, I can tell the way that thing's jiggling. I can tell how much juice is coming out.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get that, hopefully I get that slight moment of silence for my partner, my teammate. That's when I know we're probably into it.
Yeah, it does feel good. That first slice, I think you can tell a lot from that very first slice. And I'm kind of with you. I go from the flat and I go about an inch or two off the flat, and then I slice, and that's where I start slicing. That first slice, you can tell a lot about your cook from that very first slice. If the knife is kind of struggling a little bit, it's probably not your best. This past weekend, it felt really great. Shout out to the chopping block. He provided me with a badass brisket. That thing sliced it. And I said it to, and I never say this, I said it to my wife and Jessica, who was in the camp. And I was like, we got a good brisket here. And just from the slice, I was like, we got a great brisket here. I said, we got a player, is basically what I said. And after it was all said and done, it was great. But Bobby, Ray, what do you think, man? Same thing?
Yeah, of course. Look for that jiggle. If it ain't jiggling, man, you're in the 9-line bang.
You better hope you get to the opposite end and it's better.
And it starts jiggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven Menez, when that knife just falls, right? It just kind of falls, right? It just goes through, right? Lee Hickle has the most gangster playlist I've seen. Anthony Kate. What's up, Anthony? How are you doing, bro? Good googly moogly. That thing is juicy. Yes. Yeah, no. All right. So before we get to awards, I'm going to let, it's 9:13 right now. Ty, can you get in here? Y'all can take just a quick break, and we're going to go back, and I want to hear Bobby's Mount Rushmore and his barbecue homies. And then of course the call. We got to get to the actual walk up, the call when he realized he was third overall. But Ty, can you do some wrap up recap? And
yeah, did you load it up?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
Josh, you can go kick the tires.
From, Bobbyrey.
Okay,
pull your headphones out.
Yep. Yeah, Josh, pull your headphones out. We're gonna do a wrap up recap and an upcoming event segment. We're gonna come back with Bobby Ray. We got a big announcement, guys, next week on the show. We got a big announcement for the show. Y'all heard about the Barbecue World Cup. We don't know a bunch of information about the Barbecue World Cup other than it's $1 million event. It's going to be in Las Vegas. Well, they are launching their first, media campaign. And guess where they're going to do it? Right here on the So Smoking Gooder Show. So next Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we will have the people, the committee from the Barbecue World Cup next Wednesday, February 11th at 8 o'clock, the Barbecue World Cup Committee. My goodness. I'll do that again in a minute.
Okay. All right. Yeah, technical difficulties. Love it when the dog starts barking. But with the upcoming events, we got Smoking on the Rio in Mercedes, Texas. That's the state championship. The Matagorda County Fair in Bay City, Texas, state championship. And the Live Oak Country Fair Barbecue in George West, Texas. That's a state championship. And that's what we got going on in CBA. Where did it go? Over in the IBCA, we got VFW Post 10352 in Houston, Texas. The War Pig Winter Battle going on in Somerville, Texas. I'm going to be up there washing dishes with JC's Good Old Boys. The Victoria Livestock Show and Barbecue Cook-Off at Victoria State Championship. The 5th Coastal Bend Home Builders Cook-Off in Sinton, Texas. Over in the Outlaw, I forgot about this. Over in Outlaw, the Thomas Fowler American Legion 169, Wichita Falls, Texas State Championship. Irving Elks Lodge 2334 Barbecue Cook-Off in Irving, Texas, State Championship as well. And then the Cowtown Cook-Off and Music Festival, Love Music, Fort Worth, Texas. Over in KCBS, you can check kcbs.us for all the events going on there. And then here's the wrap-up recap. In the Champions Barbecue Alliance, in the Humble Rodeo Cook-Off, the grand champion was Ty Norsworthy and Buddy Northrup with Big Boys Barbecue. And the RGC was Tim Milligan with Team Chupacabra 2 and Turned Up. And over at the WBCA Red, White, and Barbecue, the grand champion was, who was in the comments earlier, David Cano with Underground Smoke. And the RGC is Fidel Sanchez with Smoky Cattle. Oh man, can't read this. So the top 10 for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo was number 10, Robert Rocha with Texas Original. Number 4, Bullhorn Barbecue. Number 9 was James Miller with Texas Pepper Jelly. Number 8 was Hampton Protka with Bottle Cap Cookers. Number 7, Jill Martinez with Cattleman's Beef. Number 6, our man Phil Breeden with AC Cruz Barbecue. I saw AC Cruz in the comments earlier. Appreciate that. Number 5, Charlie Ryle with Going South Barbecue. We have number 4, Scotty Bryce with East Texas Smokers. Number 3 is Rex Cassell with Bar KR Cookers. Number 2 is Tony Gonzalez with NRP Group. Number 1 there was Enrico Mendoza with Chef Palaraza. And the RGC was Tony Gonzalez and Louis James with NRP Group. And of course, the grand champion Mauricio Mendoza with Chef Palaraza. Very cool. The KCBS, the SPGA Winter Rub, the grand champion was Bocephus Barbecue. The RGC was Meet Me in St. Louis. I do want to go ahead and play this video because as he spoke about earlier, he's a master welder and he's doing some great work not only in barbecue, but he's got a trade also. So I want to play this with Bobbyrey.
Dad and Kevin and give him some shit, but I've talked to him. That dude's sick as a dog and he's still out there grinding and getting done. Literally like, I want to die. I feel like that. But out there building baskets, out there getting parts, still getting done. It's a passion. It's just like barbecue, caught barbecue. Some days can be rough, but there's
All right, sorry about that, Rob. It ended abruptly. You're still muted.
All right, so we did the upcoming events and the wrap-up recap. We're good to go?
Gotcha.
How were those names for you, Ty?
I think I stumbled and probably murdered a couple of them, but I did my best,
We're all good. So I did send you a video from the all-ladies mariachi band, and I want you to play that when you get a chance. Not a big deal. Okay. But let's see. All right. So our co-host is back in. Let's bring old Josh Hale in the house. Josh, how you doing so far, bro? We can hear you. Yeah, you're good to go. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you? Oh, he can't hear. All right, let's get Bobby Ray in. Bobby Ray, you good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get Josh back in here in just a minute here. Okay, before we get to your Mount Rushmore and the barbecue homies, let's finish up with the San Antonio Rodeo. So you're sitting there, you got a 15th place chicken, didn't get a call in ribs.
No.
Talk about that big third place brisket. Where were you? How was it? I know you felt good. I know you felt good about it. But talk about that moment. Were you reading the numbers? Were you doing like everybody else? You knew your number, and were you reading along with the MC when they say 137.88, whatever? Were you doing that?
No, I actually wasn't. So my mom had all the cards. Because that was.
Well, you didn't know.
No, I didn't. All I knew was the last four was 909. So, they called fourth place, and of course, Chingon Barbecue Manuel, my tío of barbecue. He got a brisket walk, and I know Manuel's a good brisket cook, so I was like, man, I don't know if I have a chance. We'll see what happens. I've been pretty lucky with brisket here recently.
Great brisket cook.
So they go up there, they get his award, and then they call the number, and I just remember my mom saying 909, and I heard the last three, 909. And my mom and Kevin's wife had actually went to the bar real quick to go get some drinks. And I was like, that's my number. And my dad's standing right there. I was like, that's my number. That's my number. And I was like, where's my Mom? And she comes running over here. And we took off running. Then I said,
did she run from the bar? She knew?
Yeah.
She could have knocked some people over for sure.
Yeah, you better get out of her way because she's going to get you out of her way.
Right.
And we went up there, and like I said, when I get those calls, I get freaking tunnel vision, crazy. I just remember seeing Josh. I saw Josh. I saw Uncle Bill, Fred, and that's it. That's all I remember. And then we went, and it was more emotions and crazy because, like everybody talks, they want to come home with a black and gold banner, and I came home with a brisket, third place brisket.
So you heard 909, but you didn't know the first part of it. Were you freaking out, or you just like, where's Mom at?
Yeah, I was freaking out because I was like, man, 909, and then I was like, where's Mom? Because she has the damn ticket. So
yeah,
and she was like, that's us, and she comes running from the bar. And what's crazy is the spot I cooked in was 909.
Oh
so
wow!
I didn't know that till Sunday morning when we were packing up, and I was hooking onto the trailer, and I was taking the tag off, and I was like, oh shit. Our spot number was 909. Our brisket number was 909.
Samantha Cherry says, "Oh, where's Mom? Where's my mom? That's cool." Stacy
Hale.
Mom.
That's my best friend.
That's awesome. Say that again.
I said that's my mom. That's my best friend, and that's my teammate. My box runner, number one box runner.
Love it. Stacy Hale, I've never seen the whole fam take off like that. Y'all were running. Yeah. No, it was awesome, dude. And to go up there, third place brisket after a first place brisket we just talked about in Uvalde. Bro, you got yourself a brisket, even though you don't believe in it. We all do. Apparently the judges do too. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I finally got the kinks worked out, and it's been working pretty good for me. So let's hope it keeps going. We got another big contest, so let's see if it works. All
right. So at this point, there were 4 teams from what I remember that had 2 calls. There were you. Uh-oh. What time is it bedtime? I think we got past his bedtime. We're getting there. Anyway, Josh, at this point, you were sitting around awards. Who were you thinking was going to win this thing, Josh?
Stacey.
Oh, am I? Can I not hear?
No, I hear you just fine.
Oh, you can hear me just fine.
I can hear Josh as well.
Oh, okay.
I can hear Josh, but Josh can't hear us. Oh, you can
I
now.
can hear you now. Yes, sir.
All right, Josh. So, when we get Bobby Ray back,
absolutely.
I think his phone probably cut out or whatever. He'll come back in just a minute. But at this point at awards, there were 4 teams from what I remember that had 2 calls. Ira Green had some pretty high calls. Fred Robles had 2 calls. Bobby Ray had 2 calls. And we had 2 calls. We were sitting there, and it was – I felt okay because I felt like the ribs were one of our better turn-ins, and we've had success there. But I got called pretty early, 10th place. I feel early, 10th out of 330. Well, that's fucking great. But I feel like I got called early. I was like, I had high hopes, right? I was like, oh my God, we have a chance to win this thing. And then when 10th place gets called, trust me, I'm so thankful and appreciative and proud of our accomplishment for that. But in the moment, you're like, oh.
In the moment, you wanted more. I know you did.
In the moment, you didn't want to get called that early.
If you're happy,
you're a competitor.
Correct. You're happy. It's 330 teams. It's San Antonio Rodeo. It's a huge deal. You just got called 10th overall at one of the biggest stages there is. That's phenomenal. But if you're a competitive cook that does this week in, week out, 2 walks, of course you're feeling a little disappointed, and I'm hoping Bubba's going to say the same thing because, I told him, man, of course you want to walk in every single meet, and the first place meet is phenomenal. If you get one of them top 3 calls in any meet, man, that's, I know there's grandparents lists, so I won't say what I normally do, but that's a big measuring contest.
That's dirty grandpa. I think you can say
that. I tell everybody in the weekend, pretty much every weekend when the sun sets, first place meet would be awesome. Top 3 meet would be awesome. That's a measuring contest for a bunch of men standing in a circle. Because at the end of the day, at a big event that's cumulative scoring, guess what? First place meant that was awesome, but didn't mean you just won this event. So, I mean, y'all all are sitting on 2 calls. And I told Stacy too, I was like, man, I know we didn't get a call, but this many, all right. And of all these teams that have the 2 calls, if we didn't miss big, we could still possibly at least maybe sneak in the top 10 or, whatever, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
And Bubba, I've told him a million times, know your marks, be honest. Let's hope. Don't miss big, don't miss big. And nothing, I mean, it's that he didn't miss big. No, you didn't miss big, Rob. I mean, now your competitiveness, I wanted more. Well, hell yeah, you want more. If you don't want more, then you might as well just load your trailer up, go home, and just stop doing it. Just quit wasting the money.
Absolutely.
I mean, but you should feel accomplished and proud of what you were able to do. Bubba,
no, 100%.
What he's about to tell us, should be on freaking cloud 9 still.
Yeah. All right, Bubba. So you cut out, but I was just about to ask you. So you had that big brisket walk. We just talked about that, right? So you're sitting there, and then they do the whole, we gotta, thank our sponsors and do all. So there's this moment where, and shout out to Laura Caldwell. She mentioned, don't get up and leave at this point, guys. Don't get up and leave. I know pretty much everybody watching this show doesn't get up and leave, but do not get up and leave. Celebrate your friends and your family and out there, because if it's not your weekend, the next weekend or the one after that could be your weekend, right? You don't want them packing up while you're celebrating your moment. Anyway, so you're sitting out there. You got 2 big calls, or you got a 15th chicken. You got a 3rd place brisket. You weren't happy with your ribs. So what were you thinking here? Because I was about to say, when you cut out, there were 4 teams sitting there with 2 calls. Ira Green had 2 high calls. Fred Robles, who's always a player, right? Especially when he has 2 calls. We had 2 calls. And you had 2 calls. I can't think of anyone else. I think there was the only one sitting there at the moment with 2 calls out there. So how'd you feel I know you didn't like your ribs, but what were you thinking at this point And then when they start, I'll ask you that first, and then and then I'll continue on.
Oh, when I got back to the tent, I mean, back where we were, emotions hit, and man, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't know what was gonna happen. My dad was like, my dad and Kevin were like, man, you're in the running for it, and I was like, I mean, I hope it would be awesome, it'd be great, but I wasn't thinking I was gonna finish the way I did, and the way my ribs played out and the way I turned them in, I really didn't have hope at all with what I ended up finishing as. But as it turns out, if I would have hit, so in ribs, I hit 29 rib. If I would have hit a 28 rib, I would have sat comfortably in second place.
Damn.
So
what about what'd you need for first place?
Probably
26.
Yeah, because I know reserved. I wasn't even a full point from reserve. It was half a point.
Cesar says, I thought it was Ira and Fred. If y'all were there, who did y'all think it was? Because I saw some live feeds and everybody was thinking it was Ira at the most part. Fred had a nice little gathering. It was different, you know. But these contests, right? What Josh just said, you could have no calls and have a chance to do something like that. Shout out to Chris Hatcher, Hatch's Barbecue. No calls. They didn't even have they didn't have his number as 12th overall. Donald Keene, no calls. He was 13th overall. 13th overall. So in these contests that are that large with that many teams, that many variables, that many, you know, points, and pretty much, you know, first through 20th are separated by 2 or 3 points. It's crazy. You have no idea where you're going to end up in. And I was hoping, sitting there whenever, you know, all this is going on, I was like, hey, we're sitting on 2 calls. And I was like, I felt really good about our ribs, and we've had success there in ribs. I was like, hey, we got a shot here. But to get called 10th is still a great accomplishment. I was very happy after the fact. But at the time I was like, oh, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, oh, because I was like, I don't want to hear my name. I don't want to hear my name. Don't want to hear my name. But that's just a competitor in all of us, right? And so, all right, Bubba. So what were you thinking? You heard at this point, you know, 15th place, 10th place. I got called 9th place. There were other teams that didn't have 2 calls, and at the end of 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, there were still 3 teams with 2 calls that had not been called. Ira, you, and Fred.
Yeah. To be honest, I really didn't think it was me. I was like, there's no way. But I have been going after. I want to get a chance into that World Cup. So, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be a good achievement. But they got to 3rd and they called me, and I was like, man, I'll take that any day, especially at this cook-off and the size of the cook-off and how many teams were there. I was happy for it. I would take that any day.
Absolutely.
100%.
All day long.
Did you get an entry to the World Cup?
No, it's only grand in reserve.
Damn it.
Yeah. Half a point away from it, though.
Damn it. The World Cup is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that more next week.
Half a point, schmuggish wuggish. You just knocked out a 3rd place. Wow. I mean,
the second largest contest. Think about that, Bobby Ray. Second largest contest in the world, largest in Texas, larger than the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. How many more are more prestigious, Josh, as far as competition and numbers?
My personal opinion, and this again will probably ruffle feathers. Obviously, prestige. So you led with prestige, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, the American Royal, obviously to win that,
no
day one or
argument.
day two. You know, I argue all the time with people. Well, nobody remembers day one. This guy right here will remember GC on day one at the Royal just as much as I would day two.
I'll write your name down here because you're the only one.
Write it down because I tell everybody religiously. I mean,
who won last year? They won.
It wasn't us. I mean, we got our butts spanked. It wasn't us.
I'm trying to think. If you're in the comments, who won last year, and don't look it up. They won.
Man, I have to put and I've said this. San Antonio is, God, it's so. I know that it's not classified as a world.
Rooters and Tutors, Little Gringo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. San Antonio's, oh, man, it's wow. San Antonio's wow. I mean, this year, 330-something teams. I mean, it's a monster from all over the world.
Homies.
And I am more than willing. I put this in front. I think it's more prestigious than Houston for me.
What? This one?
San Antonio?
Yeah.
I do. Because of the amount of
I agree.
Quality in I've been not bashed or anything. I stand on it. I've said this numerous nights, for people that have won Houston. Look, we had a good day. We nailed our marks. We got lucky. Overall, the way Houston runs sometimes, I love that event. I know it means the world to so many people. San Antonio, to me, even with the hiccups since Stacy and I have started that they've had, man, San Antonio is it's a monster. It's pretty well accomplished on the judging side to where I feel like, yeah, you got to nail your marks. You got to have a little luck that day, but it's very accomplished. I mean, you walk in there and, that's my point. Like your tent, I get it. You want to do better than 10th? So screw that. That is freaking phenomenal. Bubba walking there smoking out a third. Oh, come on with it. San Antonio. I mean, I put San Antonio above Houston. I mean, I do. Sorry, it's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have it.
That's why I consider Eddie Morales co-host of the So Smoking Gooder show. I consider him a world champion, even though it is not considered a world champion. It has everything you need. It is the most, like you just mentioned, you put the Royal, you put it above Houston, which is highly regarded. How about Louis James RGC? It's a big Louis. I mean, it's a big Bill Purvis winning Houston or San Antonio. They're all kind of going together, but man, these guys the reason why they're going together is because I hold them in the same regard. Houston, San Antonio, Memphis, the American Royal.
I have the Jack somewhere mixed in there too. I do. Actually, I have all those above you. Houston's a rough one for me.
While I got you, I'm going to give you my top 5, and you rank them in most prestigious.
Oh Lord.
On record here.
Okay.
We got the Royal. I'm in no particular order. The Royal, the Jack, Memphis, Houston, and San Antonio. These are regarded as some
the
of
most prestigious.
Yeah.
I'm going to straight up go Royal, I'm going to go Royal, Jack. Get to the bench. San Antonio, Memphis, Houston.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not going to go get a tattoo tomorrow of that, but I might be able to swap the Jack around a little, and maybe I could probably put San Antonio as number 2, then the Jack is number 3.
I have a hard time myself ranking the Jack because I've never competed or been there. However, the fact that is drawn, and I get it. You have to win contests to be drawn. And it is from all over the country and all over the world. So I don't know. I can't properly rate that. Eddie Morales says the Royal 1, Jack 2, San Antonio, Briscoe. Wow. And CBA. He left out Houston and Memphis. Maybe he's never cooked Memphis, but Chingon Barbecue, Manuel Moreno. San Antonio has more competition cooks, which makes it more prestigious. Houston is a corporate cook-off that a lot of competition cooks can't enter. Chris Hatcher, there are more best of the best in all other cooks, not the Jag. It's just harder to get into. Yeah, all right. Little Gringo's putting his down there. We'll do that. But Bobby Ray, I'm sorry. Let's get back to you, my man. We got sidetracked here, but all right. So you got called. You're third overall, feeling pretty damn good. Your family's up there. Amazing moment. What does that mean to you, man? What does that do for your? I feel like you already got the love, you got the drive to continue going on here. But what does this kind of moment mean to you right now? And I get it, you're third overall, but we celebrate, grand champions and reserve grand champions. But the fact that you are third overall is amazing, and anybody should be celebrating that accomplishment right now. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a good feeling. Got to put Cuatro D on the map because that's all I ran. That's all I used. That was a good thing. It was cool. I had some extra family around that I got to celebrate it with, so that was very cool. And just all the love and support I appreciated from everybody. It was awesome. So
beautiful.
The next is trying to get into Houston. That's the next goal.
All right, then. You have any ends at all?
I don't.
This? Yet?
No, I don't. Not yet. But yeah, that's the next bucket list, the goal. So get into Houston, be able to cook Houston.
Cesar says, no BS. Bobby Ray has been killing it. He asks all the right questions. He's assassin on the drums. Can't wait to look back at his accomplishments 5 years from now. Mary says, we are still celebrating proud parents. So if you have a spot to where you need a competition cook, maybe your team is listening and y'all really don't give a crap about the actual competition. You're there to entertain guests, which a lot of teams do in Houston. We kind of talked about that. But if you're looking for a cook, we got you a badass young up-and-comer young buck here, Mr. Bobby Ray.
I'm a very accomplished cook. Just finished third at one of the biggest comps there is in the world. Yeah, I mean,
very accomplished cook. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
All right, Rex is still in the comments. He says, Junior, don't let him forget about that first place turkey last year at CBA.
Yeah. That's actually a Gulf Coast turkey right there. Alonzo Cantu.
Yeah.
He's the one to help me out on all that. So big props, and everything goes to Alonzo for that one. But it was a great accomplishment as well.
Eddie says, Bobby Ray's a bad MF. I don't think anyone his age has ever done what he's done. Absolutely. Even people that have been cooking for years have not. Yeah, 100%, man. You're definitely well on your way. You've had some great tutelage with your mom and dad, obviously. Yeah. It's a good head start to doing that. You're like one of those Major League Baseball players where their dad played like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, that's, I know. He's got an easy path, but it's not. It's different, right? It's different for everybody, man. And
even though you have all the mentors and all the help and all the coaches, it all comes down to the cook and how you're able to do it and how you can do it.
Absolutely.
Anybody can go give you a recipe and go do this, go do that, but at the end of the day, it's on you to do it.
All right, so we're not going to go 2 hours tonight. We are going to go 2 hours. We're not going to go over that. So we're not going to do the rate my boxes tonight. Sorry, Ty. But real quick, before I get to Bobby Ray's Mount Rushmore and barbecue homies, we've already heard Josh's before. We're going to get to Bobby Ray's Mount Rushmore and barbecue homie. Yeah, he is grandfathered into the skill. Absolutely. I do want to do a reminder. So we all know about the Barbecue World Cup. We actually don't know about the Barbecue World Cup. We've heard about the Barbecue World Cup and what they are all doing. $1 million event, Las Vegas. How do you get qualified? There's these big events. You know, we've had the CBA World Championships. We've had the San Antonio Rodeo. Next weekend is going to be the Smoking on the Rio. We've had another event, AJ Garza won in Vegas or wherever the hell it was. But we don't know what they all have planned or what's going on exactly with the Barbecue World Cup. Well, they are launching their information. They're launching the whole product next weekend after the Super Bowl, and they are coming on the So Smoking Gooder Show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, where you want to find all the information about the Barbecue World Cup is going to be right here next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday on February the 11th, 2026. We're going to hear all about the Barbecue World Cup from the founders of the Barbecue World Cup. So we're going to learn all about, you know, what they have planned, what the event's going to be like, you know, how do you qualify, what this $1 million is paying out. Is there a TV show? There's all kinds of like rumors or, you know, sayings following around the Barbecue World Cup. But next Wednesday, February 11th, right here on the show, 8 p.m., you're going to be able to find out everything we all want to know about the Barbecue World Cup. If you have questions, send them to me or put them in the comments next Wednesday. So we'll have the founders of the Barbecue World Cup on next Wednesday. We're excited about it. We're going to have a good time with that. Are you guys interested in that? I am. I want to know what the hell's going on with that.
For sure.
For sure. Josh, have you qualified? Josh, have you qualified yet?
Qualified to watch the award so far, you know.
Bubba,
I'm sure it's going to be live.
You were, what did you say, 0.5, 0.2?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn it, so close. So close. But we will get there. So so next Wednesday on February 11th, right here on the show, 8:00 Wednesday, while the founders of the Barbecue World Cup talking all about it. We are going to answer your questions. If you have questions, submit them to me or put them in the comments as we're going, and Ty will put them up there and we'll ask everything we want to know about it, because I am excited. I have no idea exactly about it. I know a little bit about it, just like you and I, but not 100%. So next Wednesday, exciting show for the So Smoking Gooder Show and the Barbecue World Cup. All right, Bubba.
You're doing Rushmore?
We're doing the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
All right. The trumpet player was awesome. She sang too. They were awesome. Josh, they were right across from you, bro.
Where was this at?
Right, like literally 20 feet away from you across your little deal. But you never left your camp. I sent you text messages. Come on, let's go. All right.
Well, everybody knows me. I don't have my phone at a cook-off, so.
Yeah. Well.
And everybody that knows Josh, he's a white boy from the outside and a Mexican boy from the inside. You want to see some funny stuff, take him to a Mexican restaurant.
It's not fun.
Lucas says we just lost 2 qualifiers for that $1 million comp. So who knows what's happening with Australia right now? Okay, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I don't know. All right, so Ty is going to play some music. Bubba, I know you've seen the show. You are a Gooder Gang member. We want to know who's on your barbecue Mount Rushmore. These are people that have inspired you, helped you along the way. Whatever it may be, you got 4 on the mountain, your own personal Bubba's Barbecue Mountain, and you got 1 in the gift shop. They almost made it on the mountain, but they get a cool bobblehead in the gift shop. All right, let's see. Let's go, Bubba.
For number 1, we're gonna go with Uncle Bill. That's a great mentor. He's helped me a lot since I started, and he's He's very open-minded. If I need a question, I need help, he's there. The second one is going to be CB Barbosa with Dirty Smoke. Man, anything I need, any questions, the CB's there to help, and never no questions asked. Then for the third one, we're going with Kevin Hernandez. My pits are burning. I mean, he's not even a damn Rushmore. He's more like a damn barbecue deal. Anything you call it. That's Kevin. Our fourth one is Adam and Michelle. My pits are burning. They've been a very good help, mentor, leader since I started high school. When I started in high school, they were my first sponsorship I got to pick up, and they've helped me so much. I couldn't do with all the success. It was without them. So them. And for the gumball machine is Caesar, and that's coming from San Antonio. That's where you're getting the gumball. You know, you send my teriyaki chicken, you're getting the gumball. But Caesar has helped me a lot.
He's your bobblehead, Caesar.
Yeah, he's my bobblehead. Caesar, that's another one. You need help, you pick up the phone, you call him, and he's there to help you.
All right, so great job. Your mountain is beautiful. You got some great people on there. You've got Uncle Bill Purvis, CB Barbosa. Love that guy. Him and the Crystal are amazing. Kevin Hernandez, and you got Adam and Michelle. # get up Chucky. And then you've got who? Oh, Caesar. Everybody wants a Caesar Mejia bobblehead. That's for damn sure. All right, so how about your barbecue homies? These are somebody that you want to sit up next to. Maybe you talk barbecue all throughout the week. Just somebody that is your barbecue homie. Just, somebody you always want to be around. And then if they don't answer, what Eddie says is the gumball machine. This is the next call if that person doesn't answer. So who's that?
So number one is, of course, my special co-host, Josh. I mean,
it's your barbecue homie.
Yes, sir. We're gonna burn some bridges with that one, but man, Josh is awesome. He's always open-minded, there to help me. And man, it could be 12 o'clock at night. If I call Josh, he's gonna answer. So Josh, and then my second one, of course, would be Kevin. I mean, Kevin's always there for me. He's always there to help me, and yes, for sure, Kevin.
Awesome.
I know he'll be mad at me for that one, but Kevin's more like a Theo than anything.
Josh, how you feel about that? You're the barbecue homie.
I'm solid. I don't care. That young man, he's family for me, so I didn't need to hear my name said at all, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I've kind of like I told you earlier, Rob, that whole mentor thing, same as I've admitted to you 1,000 times. But I don't think I'm still qualified to teach. I've heard it a million times. Oh yeah, you are. I don't agree, but
have you seen some of the people teaching?
Bubba, I don't really need to be on any of Bubba's list. I mean, that dude's family. So for me, I'm like, it is what it is.
Hey, Josh, if there were a Barbecue Homies Hall of Fame, you're up there, bro. I think you're the most barbecue homie out there at the moment.
Well, that's probably because I can make everybody laugh and try to walk you. I'm not good at talking my own self off a ledge. I can talk everybody else off a ledge, and then I am just a complete shit show at every cook-off, and especially when it gets to awards, I'm a disaster. I love everybody. I want everybody to do good. And that was always my first goal, Rob, was to, pull in a parking lot, everybody know Sure Shot Barbecue and, my wife, our team name. And then everybody be comfortable to like us, no drama, no nothing, have no desire for it, won't tolerate it.
Well, I'll tell you,
I'm kind of learning I think we're feeling that way now. And I wanted that.
From my perspective, looking out into you guys are great. You guys are helpful. You guys are true people. And your wife, Stacy, which I love and adore. You guys are just great people, and I think people gravitate to you guys. Obviously, they do, and that's why you guys are on the Mount Rushmore of barbecue homies for a lot of people out there. So it's pretty amazing, Josh. So keep up doing what you do. Ty, get in here, my man.
What's up, sir?
Before we get our guest out of here, Mr. Mr. Bobbyrey Delgado, what have you learned about the show tonight, man? And what do you have any questions for our guest tonight before we let him get out of here? Because we're about to wrap up.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got some questions. First of all, it seems like, all the work everyone's been doing since I moved here in 2017 in the barbecue world is paying off. The next generation is going to take over. And Bobbyrey is, I already love his family because I talked to him on the phone before we were doing it. So you see the influx of messages. You see how everybody cares. Sometimes there's people on here where they're just shigging. And then there's other people that are on here where they generally care about the person, not just how freaking good they are at cooking. And it's apparent in the barbecue culture at large, but definitely with Bobbyrey Delgado, with Bubba, that people just love him, man. And it's the same thing with Josh. Like the first time I met Josh, I think I found out he was in the military, in the Army, sniper and all that. And I just immediately liked him. His
He's
attitude,
not a sniper.
his demeanor.
You're not supposed to acknowledge that.
It's a joke.
So, just his demeanor is calm as hell. And I just love the brotherhood that goes on. And so I know Josh Hale is a mentor, and I understand when both of them say, when we show up, we just want to know that, people know we're there. It's like you always say, they write your name down when they know you're going to be at a competition. And evidently they're going to be doing that for you now, Bobbyrey. And the biggest thing I took from this, I'll be quick, Rob, is the fact that the San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo wanted Bobbyrey to cook. And they wanted Cuatro D there, but they wanted Bobbyrey. And that right there, changing of the guard, passing of the torch, however you want to call it, it's still a family business. And that's what I love about this interview.
All right. Well, Bobby is not dead yet. However, I get what you're saying, Ty. I appreciate that. Maddie and Bobby are still well in the barbecue community and kicking ass with Cuatro D drum smokers. Bobby, Ray, Bubba, before we get out of here, man, give some love to people who support you. And got any closing comments that you want to share with the Gooder Gang?
Definitely want to give out a big shout to Michelle Machado with Texas Original. Awesome. Take care of me and my parents with charcoal. Best sponsorship ever. Extreme Outdoors down south, #1 score, pushing our drums like crazy, man. We load them up, and 2 weeks later they're all gone. So they sure do keep me on my feet. Appreciate them, and I want to give a big shout out to Rex and the team that let me cook San Antonio, all the sponsorships that allowed me to do that. Appreciate it. Thank y'all. And other than that, that's pretty much it. The barbecue store, thanks to the barbecue store, they do have our drums in there. Barbecue store does take care of us. Whatever you need, get with the barbecue store. And I'm coming real hungry for smoking on the Rio, and that's all about it.
I love it. We'll see you at Smoking on the Rio, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, well, don't go anywhere. Drop down. Is Dad next to you?
No.
Rob. Okay. He what?
It's past his bed. It's an hour past his bedtime.
Rob.
He's not even awake.
Nah, he's probably over there on his couch or something. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop you down. Don't go anywhere. I want to say bye to you real quick. But Josh Hale, man, what'd you think, man? Thank you for being a part of the show, man, and the co-host tonight, man. I appreciate you.
Really good. Really good. Glad I was able to make it. Like I said, I didn't need Bubba to put my name on any list. I mean, his family, their family, they're such good people. Like Ty said, man, the barbecue world, there's some drama, but the majority phenomenal people. The competitiveness is awesome. I love the loyalty. It means, I've been saying it the past few weeks, actually, we generally, it's our world now, it's our life. I love I love barbecue. It's awesome.
It's special, man. There's a lot of good people in this thing, man.
There's.
Well, thank you, Josh Hale, for stepping in tonight to be the special co-host of the evening. I'm going to drop you down. Don't go anywhere. We'll hang out just for a minute here. But that's going to wrap up the show for tonight. Thank you. We had right at 100,000 people in Bobbyrey. Bubba brought the crowd here, so I'm very happy to see that. So if you're new to this show, we do this each and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock right here on the So Smoking Gooder Show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever it may be, however you're finding us. I appreciate it. Next week, we got a big show, the Barbecue World Cup. The people surrounding that or supporting that, they're going to be on the show next Wednesday, talking about the Barbecue World Cup, which we're going to learn all about it. Not only that, at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, we're going to have our 4th or 5th annual Pitmaster Social. We're going to be at the Half-Fast Cookers Group at a C913. We're going to have food, drinks, a video board, everything that you want to do. Last year we had 100 Pitmasters there. We're expecting 150 this year. So if you're at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo on Wednesday, come hang out with us at the Half-Fast Cookers Camp C913. All right, well, that's going to wrap up the show for tonight. My name is Robert Rocha. Thank you to producer Ty. Thank you to Josh Hale and our guest, Bobbyrey Delgado. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Case, close us out.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation, YouTube, California.